So you can see the Figma file, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, well, first we will talk about the new Figma plugin, the Bravorizer plugin, which hopefully will help a lot of users while they are completing the Bravorizing process, especially like all the tag addition and putting them in the right place and with a good spelling and all that. So, well, briefly, I will explain how this works. In Figma, there is like this section called resources. They recently changed this actually. So this is where you can look for plugins. As you can see, I already have this the Bravorizer plugin installed. If in case you don't, you will need to search it here and install it, and then you will have it available in all your files. And in order to work with the plugin, you need to press here in the Run button, and you will get this pop-up here. You can also see the pop-up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because sometimes the screen share doesn't include all the elements, but in this case, yeah. Okay, so this is how the plugin looks like. There is 2 sections. One of them is a Bravo tagger. And basically the Bravo tagger works in the way that you need to, for instance here, okay, you have like a list component. Let's say you design it and you want to make it a container. We will remove the tag. So let's say we are still like setting all the tags and we want to say this is a container. So we need to go here, and then here we will find like all the different tags. You can see it's divided into all the categories we have like regarding tags. And here when you have this element, the Figma element selected, in this case is this frame, you need to click on the tag you want to add, and you will see here it added it like in the selected layer. So in case you want to add many of them, you can do that like by clicking on several tags. In this case we just want to add container, and once we are ready we can hit here at tags, and you see it already added the container tag. This is
One's a tip while you're there. I'm only going to mention it, but if you mouse over the name of the container, I think the other side, the actual name, that name of it. You get the definition and also a link to the tutorial, which is really helpful for the people that aren't sure if that's what they're looking for.
Yes, correct. So in case you like have any questions or wondering how to set up a specific tag, you always have the link. That's right. So yeah, that's how the first part of the plugin works. And then there is the second part, which is the tag checker. This is useful in order to know whether our tags are properly spelled and they are properly set in the correct element, because as many of our, as our users will know, each tag needs to go in a specific element. So there are some tags that you cannot set in some elements, like they need to be properly set. So for this, we have the tag checker. And as you can see already here, we have like several small issues. And actually, I did this on purpose before. You can see that here we have a typo, and it will detect it. So let's say we miss like one of the letters in the tag because we typed it manually or whatever, and we can go here and it will actually send us to the layer where this is located. So we can find the tag here, and then we can either, if we realize what the mistake is, we can fix it. Otherwise, we can go here, we can remove the tag, and we can add it again. So let's say this is a remote action. There we go, we can add it. And now we can come here and we can say check my setup again. And we still have like some minor things here. It's saying like this layer has no tags. Maybe we can just ignore them if we think it's like not an issue for us. And then basically our file is better prepared to be imported into Bravo, and it's less likely to hit any errors there. So this is a way to prevent then misbehaviors, because sometimes you actually have like a typo like this one. Even the import is successful, but then you realize while testing the app that it doesn't quite work as you expected. and it can be quite hard to know why. So hopefully this is a good solution. Okay, so that was it regarding the Figma plugin. Now I wanted to briefly mention about one of the new features we've released, which is the Xano wizard. So as our users know, we've been using like an Airtable wizard for a long time to make creating API requests against Airtable easier. So we just developed this wizard for Xano as well, which is another tool that many people are using at the moment. So basically here, if we go to the API collections, we will find we have a new option here. So together with all the other import options we already had before, now we can also import our requests from Xano. So if we have some endpoints defined there, we can create requests that target those endpoints. So basically this is very straightforward. You need to first have an API key, and you can find this in the account settings. So we can just copy it here. It's like a very long key, so you will need to copy paste it, and you will find that that the wizard already detected here that we have an instance in Xano. The instance is let's say the container for both the tables and the API endpoints. So then we can select it, and then we will see we have like several API groups here. So let's just select one of them. And finally, we have like all the requests targeting those endpoints we have in Xano. So we can either select all, or we can even like deselect some of them, or just do it the way we prefer. And then finally, we can even like change the naming of the requests. So we can see here how it would look like. So let's just hit continue. And now we have all the requests here, and then we even have like this. This is actually something new we added. Like in case we are missing like some values here to test the request successfully, it will let us know, so we can fill them in before testing the request. So that's the wizard. I hope it's also like something useful for Xano users to speed up the process of setting up the APIs.
Mention is that one of the really powerful things about this input wizard is that all of the selected data should, well, for the relevant URLs, if Xano sends the data, the data could be selected without having to make a request. And so normally what happens is the way you have to make a request before you can select data. If you go to a post request, I don't know, or some of the requests will have it listed, and go to the selected data without doing a request.
Okay.
Yeah, well, so I guess some of these aren't working. Maybe try a couple other requests. Some of the requests from Xano actually contain what the request returns with. So in that instance, you don't need to make the request before you select data. And that becomes really helpful when you're dealing with authenticated URLs. Sometimes you have to set up all the authentication, and it's really annoying to have to go through all the stages to be able to actually get the data to select. But here, when Xano sends it across, when it's been set up right in the Xano request, it'll actually send what the request will come back with. So the selected data list is already populated, so you can just pick the things that you want or remove the ones you don't want, which can be really helpful.
Yeah, right. So it's true. In this case, this is not an authenticated endpoint, so probably that's why it's not working like that. But when you have like the custom login with all that you need to generate a token and get it from Xano and test it, it's definitely useful. So well, that's what actually we wanted to talk about today. I don't know if there are any questions. Let's see.
I don't think so.
I think no, not today. Okay. So, well, I think we can finish for today, right?
Yeah, I think if no one's around, let's stop for today, and we'll leave the questions till next time.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, thanks very much, Javier.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye bye. See you.